Here's a pair of concepts that are easily conflated and honestly kind of difficult to distinguish: user flows versus user journeys. What's the difference between a flow and a journey, really? Well, at a high level, both user journeys and user flows examine the experience of people trying to accomplish a goal with a product or a service. But their main distinction is the level of detail and focus for each one. A user journey describes a user's holistic, high level experience with a product or a service or a company across channels and over time. Let me give you an example of something I just went through. Think about a person trying to find a new school for their kindergartner. I just did this. For any person finding and evaluating a new school like this, there's going to be a lot of touch points over a very long time, maybe months of doing fun stuff like researching the school's website, calling to schedule a visit, filling up your inbox with a bunch of email communications, visiting the actual school, maybe submitting some forms in a new family portal. Believe me, it's a lot. But this is the exact kind of scenario we might need a tool like journey mapping for, so that we can understand and connect all of those different touch points and the resulting emotions that go along with it. Now, user flows, on the other hand, zoom in a little bit. A user flow outlines the set of typical steps or ideal steps that a user needs to go through in order to accomplish a task with a specific product. So compared to a user journey, the underlying goal of the user flow is much more granular, and the focus is narrowed to a specific objective, again, typically within one product. Now, the UX magic happens when we actually combine the concepts of user flows and user journeys to understand both macro and micro views of experience. For example, let's go back to the new school for my kindergartner journey that I previously talked about and may still be a little traumatized from. Some of those activities entail using digital products, right? Like researching information on the school's website or submitting forms in the user portal. If in addition to our higher level journey map, we also documented the user flows for those more specific goals, we'd be in a really solid place to understand the micro level experience of those products in context of the greater journey. Ideally, try to make time and space for examining both views. But remember these distinctions. Number one, user journeys are best for capturing activities dispersed over multiple channels. User flows are best for limited interactions within one product. Number two, user journeys are better for communicating activities over longer periods of time. User flows are better for relatively short-term goals. And finally, number three, user journeys can help capture not just actions, but also thoughts and emotions, whereas user flows are typically limited to a sequence of steps. These distinctions can help you determine which method is most appropriate for your context.
Thanks for watching. If you want to see more of our UX videos, take a look at these over here and consider subscribing to our channel. On our website, nngroup.com, you can access our free library of over 2,000 articles. You can also register for one of our virtual UX conferences that offer live hands-on UX training.